Today, we're taking a look at the Nintendo Switch 2 once again, as we are in the month until the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, so of course expect this whole month to be just Nintendo Switch 2 coverage. But besides the point, we are here to be looking into some specific new features that can really change everything for the Switch 2 and what makes it a big difference maker as we're getting into this console's lifespan. Of course, we are a month away from the Switch 2 Direct. We are going to have a great time with that presentation, but of course, we need to still figure out some stuff, some nook and crannies of what we can potentially expect from this console, and that's exactly what we're gonna get into. Of course, this channel is all about Nintendo and Sonic content, so please, trust me guys, you're not gonna want to miss a thing. This whole month is all Nintendo Switch 2 coverage, and trust me, you're gonna want to be here for the ride. Alright guys, so the article I found today that's gonna be the topic of discussion is that this is from Gizmodo, and it's about a new patent suggests a major upgrade coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. The Nintendo Switch 2 could be getting an integrated voice chat, which was solely missing from the previous console. As you guys know, I believe the Switch 1, if I'm correct, because I barely used it to be quite honest with you guys, I think it had some sort of voice chat, but it wasn't really the voice chat you expect from, modern day consoles. You look at PlayStation and Xbox, you have so many voice chat sort of features. You have party chats, you have game specific chats, there's a lot of things that you can do in those consoles, and Nintendo still to this day needs to do something like this. I think for games like Smash, Mario Kart, stuff like that, it needs voice chat like this, and I think if they can do this and play it right, I think the Nintendo Switch 2 can take complete advantage of being that Nintendo console that we can have some specific party chats, we can have game chats, and stuff like that, and I think that's what's going to make this important. But obviously that's just the topic in the headline. Let's read on and move forward. So let's start from right here. The patent spotted by WCCF Tech filed last month covers a system for implementing proximity chat in games. This feature lets nearby players in a game hear and speak to you through your headset. So if you wanted an easy way to talk, anything in Mario Kart 9 after slamming someone with a blue shell when the Switch 2 launches, this could be big news for you. So, of course, we all know what proximity chat is. Essentially, if someone's in your vicinity, they can say something to you, and then when they're far away, you don't really hear them. If the Switch 2 has a feature like this could be huge for a console like this, because then the Switch 2 would have just integrated voice chat like we need in some console like this, but also have something like proximity chat, which means that now we could have a lot to do with the Switch 2 and a lot of different ways how games could go. If we have games like, that fully need to utilize a proximity chat, I think the Switch 2 can be the perfect console to really fully utilize stuff like that. So I think this is perfect, especially for Mario Kart 9. Mario Kart 9 feels like a game where proximity chat can be a lot of fun to play around with in a game like that. So I think this is honestly perfect for something like this. But let's continue, right? WCCF Tech also suggests, based on the patent, that a more robust integrated chat system could be introduced in Nintendo's next console. Voice chat functionality on an OS level means you'll be able to chat with other Switch 2 users the same way PlayStation and Xbox owners on their respective platforms, without the need for third-party apps like Discord. Now, this is huge. Like I said, I feel like the Switch 2 can really benefit from having party voice chats, right? PlayStation and Xbox have been able to really build specific gaming communities because of having these PlayStation and Xbox party chats, and I feel like Nintendo is a perfect console to have these for, right? I feel like a lot of people, when they play Nintendo with a lot of other people, they use Discord because it's really the only feature we could really use to talk with other players that we want to play with on the Switch 1. So the Switch 2 can give us integrated voice chats along with party chats, and then also have proximity chats in-game. That would be dope. So that would be great. Of course, we should know that just because Nintendo found the patent doesn't mean that proximity chat is going to switch to a launch or even at all. Still, it's good to see that Nintendo is at the very least thinking about it, and I'm keeping it all in mind that a better chat comes to the console. Of course, I believe the same thing as well. Once again, it's just a patent, but since Nintendo filed this patent, that means it's in consideration for this console. And in my opinion, if it's already filed for patent, I believe that Nintendo would be a company that really doubles down on a patent that they're doing. So if they can do this, Switch 2, whole nother ball game. What they have already been saying for projected sales, the Switch 2 can easily be the most sold console of this year by the time it releases, like in June or whatever in the summer. because a lot of us believe that it will be coming out in the summer, right? So, in my opinion, I agree that having party chats can also help boost those sales, because people have been wanting that, I feel like, for a while for Nintendo consoles. And while, I mean, obviously, they have done some stuff, it's ways that, you know, requires a lot from people, and I feel like just having it on the console, like, as soon as I boot up, I can make a party with people that I'm already, you know, friends with on the Nintendo console. I think that's the right way to go about it. So the good news is that we won't have to wait too long for more information, since the Switch 2 Direct is happening on April 2nd, where we expect to see a release date and pricing, and hopefully reveal what the mysterious C button on the controller does. Yeah, we're still looking for more details on that C button, but like I said, the Switch 2 can really benefit from having something like this, and I think it's going to be a major player. Now I want to talk about this. This is a screenshot going around. A user found this on the Nintendo eShop. But as we can see here, Nintendo Switch game vouchers. We all know what this is on Switch Online. But let me talk about this. Member exclusive. Save on 2 digital games in the game voucher catalog, excluding games exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 system. The Nintendo Switch 2 has games, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. We made it. Switch 2 has games. I can't believe it. This is surreal. But actually being for real right now, this is kind of crazy. I mean, the fact that we already are having this message on the Switch 1's eShop probably means that the Switch 2 pre-orders are coming very soon. By the time I believe the Switch 2 Direct ends, whatever games they show or first-party games they show during that event, I really do believe that they will be on the Switch 1's library that you could potentially pre-order, because I'm assuming some games will be cross-platform. I would assume, but we have to see about that. But I believe this will also be the start of Switch 2 games already being up for pre-order. Since this message is already here, as soon as the Switch 2 Direct is over, I'm assuming that you'll automatically be able to get on the Switch 2 and be able to do some pre-orders for those games. Obviously, games that I believe that you'll be able to immediately pre-order after the Switch 2 Direct, I believe Mario Kart 9, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and one more surprise game. I'd also assume that around the same time they would put Pokemon Legends ZA also up for pre-order, since that's the other Nintendo game we know is coming out this year. But yeah, realistically, I believe we will be getting, you know, stuff like Mario Kart 9, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Pokemon Legends ZA, and one surprise game, which I think the surprise game will be the 3D Mario coming out for the holidays, so that pre-order will be for an extensive period of time, so a lot of people can get that and make a decision if they want the game, you know, with the physical copy, or if they want it digitally on the Switch 2, through the Nintendo eShop. But this is pretty big that now we have this message, because this essentially confirms, at least in my opinion, you guys let me know, but this essentially confirms for me that the Switch 2 games already, just from what I'm seeing, pre-orders are coming soon. So we have a lot to look forward to. Now for me to finish off the video with some final thoughts on what we just discovered, you know, of course, like I mentioned, since Nintendo had filed a patent for this, if they do go along with proximity chat, I think that's going to be pretty big for the console's long success. Because again, one of the features that a lot of people really digest in when it comes to these consoles is, of course, just some sort of chat features to be able to talk and just play video games with other people that they're close with. And so I feel like Nintendo doing that in the correct way, I think, makes a lot of sense. And then also that screenshot, you know, we're reading a lot into it, but I really do believe it's setting up the stage for pre-orders to already be a thing for Switch 2 games. I believe, right, like I said, I believe Nintendo's gonna really market 4 games of this first year, and then they're gonna go absolutely wild next year, and so on and so forth. But again, I really just do believe that we are in a great time to be Nintendo fans. I mean, we are getting closer and closer as more days pass by to that Direct. Again, that Direct is as soon as we get to April. As soon as we get to April, boom, that Switch 2 Direct is here, and we're going to be able to experience something revolutionary. And so, of course, like I said, I'm going to be continuing Nintendo Switch 2 coverage. The more and more we get news, the more and more, obviously, I get to be able to make videos and stuff like that. And also, before the Switch 2 Direct comes around, the last video I'll be making before that Switch 2 live event will be a prediction of what we will be seeing on the Switch 2 Direct. I also found an article that actually has someone predicting already the showcase, so if you guys want to see that, please let me know. But that's if, you know, obviously I expect to make my own prediction list, so of course stay tuned for that. Like I said, that will be the last video I make before the Switch 2 Direct comes around in April. But yeah, guys, remember, we are in the time of our lives to be Nintendo fans.